welcome back to Shit They Don't Tell You. We are in a new space today. I'm Nikki Limo.
And what's up? My name is Steve Greene. We are in a brand new location. If you are listening to the podcast, you are really doing yourself a disservice.
You are missing out. You should go check out the YouTube video of this. It comes out on Fridays, if you didn't know, on youtube.com/Nikki Limo.
Check out the wall. We got the Astro Crack from Nickelodeon's Guts on the fucking back wall here, apparently.
Dude, what a reference.
Well, I don't know. It just looks like that. I don't know.
Apparently, it's going to light up soon. This is like our first.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's even more Astro-Craggian.
It's our first day here.
If you recall. Did you ever want to win that trophy?
Always.
Yeah.
Who didn't want to win that?
I know.
Who here doesn't know what we're talking about?
Okay, Nickelodeon Guts was a show where you got attached to bungee cords and they got, I don't even know what they did. It's jumped around. How do you even pitch that show?
People got slimed.
Kids are going to fucking get attached to bungee cords and kind of jump around.
There was all kinds of shows like, What Would You Do?
Yeah, man. What Would You Do is a little more straightforward, though.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon Guts is just a bunch of kids jumping on moon shoes.
I was actually thinking of that one. What's that one? The Legends of the Hidden Temple. That's the one I thought you were talking about.
Yeah.
Because I thought they had the, what do you call it? The Astro Crag?
Well, the Olmecs. Remember that shit?
Yeah, Olmec. That's what I was
the
thinking.
Olmec. But that's like a whole tribe of like an ancient race.
Yeah, yeah.
And they just like, you know,
that was like the Kids Survivor.
It.
That was Kids Survivor. That came before Survivor.
Yeah.
Survivor was probably like, hey, we could probably make adults do this in the real world, like in the real wild.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, today we are talking about the subject of self-sabotage because I feel like that's a topic that I didn't realize that I was doing earlier in life. And
you were
I think,
a self-saboteur, but you did not know?
Yeah, I think I still have aspects of self-saboteuring. I think it's a really good topic of shit that nobody ever told me or warned me about. Mm-hmm. Do you find yourself doing any self-sabotage?
Self-sabotage?
Yeah.
In what context?
Well, we're gonna talk about that.
Okay,
Maybe
cool.
you can just tell me which ones that you think you do. Obviously, there are more extreme ones, like self-harming and addiction to drugs. Those are like more extreme versions. If you are experiencing any of those, you should seek help right away. You should go to a credible source, not this podcast. You should go to maybe like a psychologist.
Shit all over the podcast.
No, well, I can't help it with an addiction.
This is your one-stop shop.
Listen,
we got you covered.
All I'm gonna be like is don't be addicted because I can't.
That's pretty good.
I can't help.
And smile more. That's what I always say.
Don't be addicted.
That's a good slogan. Why do you put yourself down so much?
Stop being addicted.
Don't be addicted.
You're addicted to something. Stop being addicted.
Yeah, that's pretty good, I think.
Also, stop cutting. All right, but for me, so I didn't have those huge self-sabotage things. I maybe would have a drink or two, but I always fall asleep before I could do any sort of
that's for sure
major self-harm. Yeah, but there's other things that I did do, like other signs. Maybe if you're listening, you're experiencing some of these and you didn't realize that they were self-sabotage. Like when you're on a diet and you don't see any progress after like a week, so you just eat an entire pizza.
Oh,
you ever done that?
That's pretty sure.
Yeah, like if I don't see progress right away on something, I'm like, fuck this, and I just destroy everything I had just built.
That's what I call it's like you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're like, okay, motherfucker, if I get on that scale and I don't see progress, then fuck it.
I'm going to freaking BJ's Pizza.
Yep.
Yeah,
you
BJ's
stand
Brewery.
yourself down like you're in a fucking Western, dude.
Yeah. And it's like a punishment, like, like I guess a reverse punishment. Like I'm going to punish you by giving you pizza.
It's true.
Yeah. So I was doing things like that I didn't realize that, sometimes it takes a while to see progress, and I'm impatient, and that's an impatient person thing. That's a trait that can be worked on. Sometimes like if I'm painting a picture, like it doesn't come together till the end, but I know that in my head, so I don't destroy my picture. I don't know that about
I start painting the picture and I'm like, this sucks.
And you just stop?
And I stop.
See, that's a self-sabotage. Quickly. A good thing you never
I could never do a Bob Ross.
Maybe you could have been a painter.
Starts so bad.
Maybe you could have been Bob Ross, but you just quit and you didn't allow for happy little accidents.
I used to be pretty good at drawing, but then I gave up. I was pretty good, though. I won an award at my school.
Yeah, I remember. You drew a trademarked, plagiarized drawing.
I did. I drew Daffy Ducks and I drew Bugs Bunnies.
Yeah.
And I didn't get sued. Can you believe that?
I can't believe it. They didn't sue an 8-year-old?
I was 11.
Oh, okay. Wow, you should have been way better at drawing. Test me.
I won the award, didn't I?
I'm just kidding.
So you're just jealous because you didn't win no awards.
Let's move on to the next one.
Okay.
Have you ever been completely overwhelmed by the amount of stuff you have to do, so you just do nothing?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Oh, sure.
I still do that.
Who doesn't do that? Who's this disciplined monk?
So the problem happens is if you keep doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like you're overwhelmed. For me, I don't think I've ever allowed these things to become a continuous chronic thing. So I'll quit for a day. And then the next day,
that's one of my favorite of Nikki's catchphrases.
I quit. I've quit so many times in my life.
She quits all the time.
All the time. But I don't tell anybody.
Yep.
And then the next day, I go back to work.
That's true.
But yeah, I have many times been so overwhelmed. I tend to put so much on my plate, thinking like I can do everything in the world, and then I get really overwhelmed that I can't do everything in the world, and I just don't do anything. I just play threes on my phone.
Yes, you do.
That's a phone game.
Yes.
It's a really fun phone game. Actually, I might have an addiction.
I think you do, but I think it's a healthy one because that's a math game.
Yeah. Well, it's not math. It's just matching numbers
together.
Okay,
never mind.
But yeah, it kind of makes my brain numb out to the point where like I don't remember that the world exists.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That sounds healthy.
It is like a vice. I guess it's not as fun of a vice as hallucinogens, but you get what you can take.
I get it.
Anyway, next, so when you have to pay a large sum of money, such as taxes or like, something that gets taken from you, like a parking ticket,
yes.
like something that you didn't expect to pay. If I have to pay a large sum of money, I feel like, damn, I'm just always going to be broke anyway. So then I go on a shopping spree. It's like the worst time to go on a shopping spree.
That's self-sabotage. Yeah. You do that?
Yeah. I'm like, my bank account is wrecked anyway. Might as well.
That is pretty nuts.
Wreck myself more.
Wow. That's so self-loathing.
Yeah, but I have never... See, those are the things that would be a problem if I continued to do them. But I've never, I've always been like, okay, let's stop at $300 or,
wow, I'm such a good boy compared to you.
Maybe.
Wow.
I do have enough money management skills that I can, cover
your money management is very good.
But yeah, you are a very good boy. I will say that.
I'm a good boy.
You don't spend a lot.
No.
So it makes it easier to save
that makes sense.
money for you.
Thank you. By the way, thank you for saying that.
You're welcome.
You could have really just do bits and shit on me or whatever.
I actually get offended when you have to buy things. I'm like, man, you got to buy a pair of shoes? That's
right?
crazy.
You're like, what? Since when does this guy buy anything? See, I've told people this for years. I'm like, I don't buy anything. No, you know what it is? I used to do that. Yeah. I used to do the retail therapy bullshit thing where you go to Target and you fucking fill up your cart and you feel better for like 2 days.
Yeah.
And then I reached this point where I was like, I went through a stretch of not getting paid for a while.
Yeah.
And then I was like, dude, I cannot spend money on stupid shit. I can't go buy in Blu-rays and shit like I used to.
Yeah.
And then it just broke the spell.
Well, that's great.
I don't need to do that shit anymore.
Yeah.
Even when we got plenty of money, I don't need to go buy a thing to feel good.
Right.
I just need to drink.
Well, so you don't need to buy the alcohol. It's already there.
How healthy is that?
Yeah. No, you do drink a lot, though.
I do. And we stay pretty stocked up at our place.
Everyone thinks that I drink a lot.
No, I'm a drinker
really,
for sure.
It's because I make videos about drinks and stuff like that. But I really drink like one, maybe 2 drinks a week on the weekends.
Maybe.
At a social event. Steve drinks every night.
I put them away, man. I'll tell you what.
I actually didn't know how much you drank until I started catching you making drinks every night. And I was like, oh, shit, you actually drink a lot.
Well, I find that it helps me be more creative.
That's something an addict would say.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
But I can stop anytime I want.
Uh-huh.
What do you think of that?
Never has an addict ever said that. You're fine.
See?
You're totally safe.
Who would say that?
Yeah.
If you're an addict.
You're totally safe. By the way, I've found ways to break all of these. These are just things that I discovered that I was doing about myself that I didn't realize were unhealthy until actually looking back and analyzing it.
That's good.
So I will tell you what I've done to cure these. I guess not cure, but a replacement. I've done replacements for these.
Have you replaced your retail therapy one?
Yeah, but I'll get to that.
What? How?
Let's finish going through this list. Okay.
Oh, but I want to hear.
You want to hear now?
Yeah.
I can go out of order.
Please.
Let's go wild
today.
Let's
go nuts.
Let's go fucking crazy.
All right, thank you.
All right, so the way that I cure that is I get so mad that I had to pay all these taxes. This happened this month, actually.
Yeah.
We're recording this in April.
Yes.
I got so mad. We had to pay all the taxes and felt so broke and we had to pay medical bills.
Kind of
yeah. All kinds of a wave of shit, bills and shit hit us all at one time. I manage the money, so Steve doesn't know when bills hit us or don't hit us.
But I hear of it.
Yeah, you'll hear of it. Yeah,
echoing down the halls.
Yeah. So I'm just raging in my office like a old-timey Mary Poppins movie. I feel like I'm a dad in a Mary Poppins movie.
Oh, for sure, Mr. Banks.
How do you have so many bills in here? Stuff like that. No one said that in Mary Poppins, by the way.
No, they did not. Wrong movie, but go ahead.
But that era. So yeah, what I do now is I feel the same way. I get those same urges and I'm like, I just want to buy a bunch of things to like prove to myself that I'm not broke, I guess.
Yeah, good.
You know, to like get out of that lack mentality, because lack mentality is another issue that, you know, you should be out of the mindset that you're broke. You shouldn't ever like project that, because you're just going to manifest more bad things for yourself. But but you shouldn't do the opposite either, which is spend a bunch of money recklessly. So what I do now is I go online shopping to all my favorite sites. I go to Madewell, I go to Free People, I go to Target, I go to all my favorite sites, Home Depot, like any home goods, West Elm.
You lost me at Home Depot.
Who
goes to Home Depot for retail therapy?
You don't decorate.
Even decoration. They got fucking decoration at Home Depot?
Yes.
They got pipes and shit, dude. They got brass piping and fucking...
This is why our bathroom's never getting remodeled, because you don't know where things are.
Get some PVC pipe.
Oh, excuse me. I went to IKEA.
You know what's... Excuse me. That actually is dope. Yeah. Okay, so you know what the coolest place about Home Depot is? By the way, Home Depot did sponsor the show. Thank you, Home Depot. No, the only cool thing about Home Depot is the lighting section. That thing is amazing.
That's not the only cool thing. What about the garden section?
Garden section sucks. It's so boring.
You're so fucking stupid
I like
sometimes.
the smell of it.
The smell? It smells like water from the sprinklers, little misters.
Yeah, it smells nice. It smells like a backyard.
Anyway, can I get back to my cure?
No, I just want to say that the light fixtures are really cool and you should check them out. It makes you
such
feel pretty
trash.
good. No, it makes you feel good.
Garbage. Go throw yourself in a dumpster.
Why?
You
know those
uncultured swine.
I found the Edison one. They have an Edison light bulb fixture one that was pretty sick, and you would probably like it because you like Edison light bulbs.
Yeah, but I get a better deal online at allmodern.com or some such other site.
Okay.
Anyway, so I go to all these sites and I load up my cart with whatever I want, and I take time as if I'm really evaluating this purchase. You know, as if I am going to buy it, and I really think I'm going to buy it. Yeah. I get so excited. I have all the same feelings, that whole same rush. Like I pick out my sizes. I picture like what kind of events I would go to in those clothes and all the stuff.
Wow.
And then I just close the windows.
Wow.
Yeah. I load up all my carts and I close the windows.
That's fun.
And I will tell you, I thought that wouldn't work. The first time I did it, I was like, this isn't going to work. Yeah. But then I never thought of those things again.
Wow.
It really did just fulfill that void of me needing to rage because of the bills, you know? And it fulfilled that. And then I just didn't think of it again. And if I ever did think of one of those items again, then I knew that I actually like needed and wanted that item. It was actually something that I want and not just a frivolous purchase.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So you know what I do when I'm super stressed out?
What?
I pull up pictures of monkeys smoking on cigarettes and walking around, and I fucking laugh my ass off. Honestly.
Well, that's good.
There's one great video where you can see a monkey. He picks up, it's like a gorilla looking monkey. He picks up a cigarette and he starts walking around like he's a person. And it's so fucking funny. And it's like he's making fun of humans.
Yeah.
Like the way he's doing it. He looks like he's like doing a bit about like how he sees people. He's like a bunch of fat asses walking around like doing cigarettes like this. He's like, look at you assholes. And I fucking lose my shit.
So let me ask you, anytime you feel stressed, that's a one cure-all?
It's one of my go-tos, yeah.
So I don't
to knock myself out of it.
I don't have a one cure-all. I need different things for different self-sabotages.
Oh,
for example, like
different categories.
Yeah, like when I am stressed because I feel overwhelmed and stuff like that I was talking about earlier. I watch this video of just people. I'll watch videos of people just handwriting, like they just write the alphabet. Like they'll just like calligraphy the alphabet, and I find it so soothing.
So boring.
Like shit like that, I find it so soothing. Like I don't know what it is about it, but that's a stress cope. That's a non-harmful stress cope. But I can't do that when I'm raging about losing money.
In your defense, I'd rather watch that than another fucking Avengers army scene of two fucking armies running down a hill at each other or whatever. Are we over it yet? Can we move on now? I'm so sick of that shit. I'd rather watch calligraphy.
I've never even seen that.
Well, Jesus, dude.
That's how I feel about Game of Thrones, because like there's so many armies fighting.
Oh,
there's so many families
boring, man.
fighting.
I'm like, just have two people sitting in a jacuzzi with titties out talking.
I would love that.
I love that shit.
I think that's why reality TV is popular, like Bachelor is popular.
Yes, that's what I think. That's one of my positive theories.
I can relate at least to the Bachelor crowd.
Me too.
Yeah. So, self-sabotaging. Yeah, where were we? I have a couple more things.
Okay.
So, when you feel like someone else has more power in a relationship, like whether it's friendships or romantic, so you detach before they have a chance to hurt you.
Oh, I'm good at that.
But that is what inevitably ruins the relationship.
I'm very good.
I know.
I call it lashing out.
I have to talk you off burning all the bridges all the time.
I still have slipped through and
burned some bridges.
Well, I've definitely attacked some bridges.
You have.
Yeah, but I've mended those bridges.
Yeah, you have. You like go in there with a hammer and nails and some wooden planks.
I feel bad for some people out there. Shout out my buddy Michael Gallagher.
He'll be on the podcast pretty soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we can talk about it maybe then.
Oh man. Oh god. I'm just such a fucking weirdo.
But that's how you know it's a good friend.
Oh, for sure.
If you can burn a bridge and they come back and they're like, "Yo, let's not burn."
I'm
this
just
bridge.
I have such attachment issues. It's
Steve
so
carries gasoline and a match in his pocket.
Man, I'm ready to fucking go, dude. I will fucking get you.
I think it's cute. It means you care.
Of course.
But you're also insecure about caring too much.
No, I'm soft. I'm soft in there, man.
Yeah, a lot of people think you're all hard, but you're a big old softy.
Hey, whatever. Look at you, man. The biggest of all softies.
I'm open about it.
Fucking kills a bug. Basically has a funeral for the thing.
I've never killed a bug.
She kills a bug. She calls all our friends.
I don't kill
we have a fucking
those bugs.
funeral. We all have to drive around.
Okay, I do kill spider mites because fuck those spider mites fucking up my plant.
There you go.
But I don't kill other bugs.
Well, I'm just saying,
I
if
let
you
them
kill
outside.
anything, dude.
I don't kill.
Hey, remember that bird that died?
Yeah.
Yeah, see? It died directly because of your actions.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
If we didn't get that screen fucking, like, blown out, because we had a clogged screen for our laundry,
that bird
that's the same bird.
Hold on, we got to argue about this. That bird happened before we cleaned out our vents.
Nah.
Yes, it did.
It was the day after.
No, it wasn't.
2 days after.
No, it was not.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
And that was the mama bird that was living
not
in there.
true.
It's your fault, Nikki.
Anyway,
it's your fault.
moving on.
Okay.
So isolating yourself from friends because they probably don't really like you anyway.
Ooh.
Sometimes.
You're good at that.
Yeah, I really just feel like, oh, everyone gets along, and they all hate me.
I don't do that one. You do the Nikki thinks that everyone hates her thing.
It's because it happened.
Yeah.
I'm traumatized. So it happened. I used to like live my life carefree. Like everybody likes me and I have lots of friends and, we like each other. And then I found out they would go hang out without me and go have birthday parties.
Yeah,
and
there's
not invite
damage
me.
that inspired
Yeah,
this
stuff
feeling.
like that. And so now it happened too many cycles in my life, like elementary, junior high, high school, where I'm like, all right, I'm out. Fool me once, shame on you.
Right.
Fool me twice, shame on me. And fool me 3 times, I got a lot of shame.
Never get fooled
Never
again.
getting out of this shame.
A classic quote.
What? No, you can't fool me twice.
No, right. No, so because of that, you copy paste that feeling onto all relationships.
I do, or
even recently.
I did. Yeah, I did.
We were in Las Vegas, Nevadas.
No, that wasn't that. That was you're mixing it up.
Oh, am I?
Because that one stems from just a general anxiety,
I see.
and then projecting it onto something where like you try to attach it. So I have anxiety from nowhere, from nothing, and as your brain naturally does, it wants a reason. It wants to fill the gap of why am I feeling this way?
Yeah.
So it will try to attach itself to something.
See.
Oh, it's because no one likes me.
I see.
Something like that. But it's actually, that has nothing to do with it.
And this is something as simple as just people taking a picture together and you weren't around for that.
That happened after.
No, I know. But I'm just saying like that's what I was talking about. But you're saying
you're mixing everything up. Maybe just talk about your own things.
Got it.
Because that actually, that was... I was open about how I felt in the morning, and then later they took a picture, and I joked about it.
I see.
That wasn't like having to do with it.
Got it.
We don't have to include any of that.
Okay.
Because that's just confusing.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So how about when you know something is so right for you, but you're so scared of fucking it up that you don't even try it, which is what ends up fucking it up?
Say that again.
When you know something's so right for you, like you're like, this is perfect for me. Oh my God, this is like the best thing ever.
Okay.
So you're so scared of fucking it up. So then you don't even try.
Oh, got it.
You like half-ass.
Your fear of success thing.
Or fear of failure, either one. But that ends up fucking it up. It's a self-sabotage thing.
I can't say I know that one.
Oh, I did that in auditions.
Okay.
Like if it's something like so good.
That you love?
Yeah. Then I'm like, oh no, if I care too much about it, then I'm not going to get it because I'm going to be trying too hard in the audition. So then I try not hard at all, like not try.
Okay.
And then I end up like not doing good.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I can't say I've done that one.
So I wanted to talk about some of the things that cause these things, because it wasn't until I realized what was causing these things that I could actually fix them or address the issues.
Okay.
You know, because the issue isn't I suck and like I'm failing, and so like this is my life now, is that I have to sabotage everything I do. You know, the issue is like some deeper reason. So it's like low self-esteem or self-worth. It's not the diet or the diet not working. It's that I don't feel worthy of the diet working or something like that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
You don't know anything about low self-esteem?
No. I don't understand what you just said.
So it's not so these are the symptoms that I just listed.
Yeah.
When you're on a diet and then you don't progress, and so you eat a pizza. Right? That's a symptom of low self-esteem.
Got it.
It's not, that isn't, so a lot of people just think, oh, I just need to stop eating pizza when I'm on the diet. But there's a deeper underlying root cause of why you keep acting that way.
It's like, I'm a piece of shit, so I might as well be a piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And so a lot of people don't address the actual root of why they take these actions. They're just addressing the actions. Like, oh, I got to stop spending money after I pay taxes or whatever. Oh, I gotta stop eating pizza, which is good. You should stop doing those things, sure. But if you don't actually address the underlying issue, it's just gonna manifest in some other way.
Right.
It's just gonna come out, and you're gonna sabotage yourself in another way.
Yeah.
And
so don't eat the pizza. We're anti-pizza on the show. Don't eat pizza.
I love pizza. You can eat all the pizza you want, just not in a self-sabotaging way.
I see.
Yeah.
But is there ever eating pizza without self-sabotaging, bro?
In a balanced way.
That's like eating cheesecake or tres leches, man.
You can eat all that.
Yeah, but come on, man.
But not every night.
Well, right.
Not 5 pieces in a day.
But even at all is like, dang, bro.
No.
A little bit.
You can eat it in balance.
Okay.
See, I think that's actually part of your thing, is you think that it's all or nothing for you.
It's deprivation or nothing.
You're always all or nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
I'm
if you
ride or
fuck
die.
up, you'll just like go nuts and like you'll.
And I'm ride or die with pizza and Mexican food.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's go all the way, bro.
But you don't have to do that, because you do binge on. Binging is not a good thing.
True.
Yeah. But balance is fine. Like having a slice of pizza, a slice of cheesecake.
Yeah. Or a pizza. That's pretty balanced.
A pizza over the course of a week.
Oh, damn. Damn.
Yeah, just like noticing when things are out of balance like that. It's that you're out of alignment, and there's like a root cause that's a psychological cause.
Oh, for sure. Dude, I will say, since I've been eating reasonable portions and stuff lately, and like been low carbonate and shit, the idea of eating a whole pizza right now makes me want to throw up.
Right, exactly.
Like, it's just, man, I couldn't do it.
That's how it should feel.
Yeah.
When you're binging, sometimes if you're like engaging in a self-harming act or a self-sabotaging act or something, you actually convince yourself that what you're doing is okay. You start justifying it. You're like, well, I have been so good all week, I deserve this.
Yes.
Or, oh, this diet's not working, so fuck it, I'm gonna do this. Or whatever you use as a justification, anything will do. It's really just the bad habit talking. It's not you. It's not the real you. It's your ego. Like your ego being like, I deserve this, or I don't deserve this, I'm a piece of shit. Whether you think you're a piece of shit or you think you're a god, both of those are ego.
Of course.
Both of those are like, I am special because I'm less than everyone, or I'm special because I'm more than everybody.
Got it.
You know, so binging and justifying binging is all psychological. And so when you're saying that you don't crave it now because you haven't been binging on it,
yes,
that's healthy. That's like a healthy attitude. Like the thought of eating a whole pizza should make you feel sick.
I see.
Yeah. But the thought of like maybe when you're hungry and it's like a weekend and you're at a friend's hangout place, or you're like, you guys are all hanging out at someone's house watching football, and someone's like, hey, you want a slice of pizza?
No.
Then you have a slice of pizza. That's fine.
I can't do it.
Well, I mean, maybe
if
do
I
what
do
works
that,
for you.
I'll eat a whole pizza.
But see, that's what's unhealthy.
Yeah, I know, but that's my mentality.
Because you're not addressing the underlying issue, and I don't know what that is for you. For me, it was low self-esteem and self-worth. Like I'm a piece of shit if I
really.
Yeah.
For me, it's just like Dude, if I have a gummy bear, for example, I'll eat a fucking bag of gummy bears.
Yeah, but because you don't trust yourself to have control.
No. It's because I just love the fucking gummy bears.
So maybe you have a lack of willpower.
Oh.
Yeah. I have no lack of willpower. I can freaking...
No, but I have crazy willpower. Because, like, I won't eat any of it. I'll be in a room that smells like pizza. It has nothing but free pizza, and I won't eat no pizza.
But that's just...
if I'm on a thing.
That's... fine, but that's not balanced. So like being able to have a bite of something and stop eating, that's what balance is. So I don't know,
man. That's like
what
how
it is
wet
for you.
Can you get? You jump in the water and you're wet. To me, that's how it is. It's not like, oh, you just get a little bit wet if you go in the pool. To me, you get all the way wet if you go in the pool.
What your theory is all work and no play, and that's not healthy.
Yeah, but I have fun too, even if I'm on a diet and stuff. It's like
right.
Because I get to cover everything in Tabasco sauce.
But you're on a diet. You're not like having a lifestyle.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's what's more balanced and healthy.
But I think it is the beginning of a lifestyle.
It could be if it's something that you could sustain over the entirety of your life. Okay, so if you can just cross off pizza for the rest of your life, then maybe pizza wasn't something that should have been in your life.
I can do it where, like I'll do it in like little cheat days or whatever the fuck, but not a cheat day a week or whatever. It's like a cheat day a month or something.
Sure, that's still balanced. So you found what balance works for you.
Well, fuck you. I want to destroy this theory.
But that's why I want to talk about self-sabotage, because if you can learn to find balance, then you don't do these self-sabotaging things. And that took me forever to learn, because I even still feel like naturally I'm inclined to do a self-sabotaging behavior.
If you're trying to make me get rid of my innate anger, you're out of your mind, and you're going to take away my creative weapon.
I'm not trying to
You're going to take away my creative weapon.
I have not...
This is why I won't go to no therapy. They're going to try to disarm me of my creative weaponry.
I used to think that I was...
And to hell with that.
I used to think I could only be funny when I'm depressed. That I could only...
I remember you thinking that.
Part of me thinks that. And so when I'm depressed, I'm like, well, at least I can write good material now.
Hey, how about that?
Yeah. And like, that's not healthy. Like you should be able to find it through being grounded.
Yeah.
Which is the same feeling I get. Like when I'm depressed, it's like I got nothing left to lose. I had like an emptiness inside me. And I think creation can be born out of that emptiness. But I also think that you can get to the emptiness without being depressed. Like you can get there through meditation, through mindfulness, through like, things that can get you there in a healthy way.
What the hell is mindfulness?
Mindfulness is like not going about your life on autopilot. It's about like being aware of what, like being conscious of what's going on inside your body while you're interacting outside your body.
That's a lot to think about. That's like multitasking.
No, it's not thinking. It's feeling. It's just feeling.
Oh.
It's like I'm aware of my breath. I'm aware of, it's awareness.
I do that all the time. That's my thing. That's my resting state.
No one's accusing you of not doing it.
Hey, I do it already,
I'm just
pal.
describing to you what mindfulness is.
Okay.
Although I don't think it's very mindful when you go to your computer every single morning. First thing you do is go to your computer and then
why not?
Go Reddit and then play video games.
I don't play video games.
What?
Not
I've literally caught
every
you
morning. What are you talking about?
Not every morning. So it went from I don't play video games to not every morning.
Oh no! You make it sound like it's part of my routine, like my everyday routine.
No, I'm just saying that those are unconscious behaviors. Yeah, those are like when you're not being mindful.
No, it's like you sitting there on threes. Like it's like it's something that I do when I'm stressing.
Yeah, those aren't healthy
to
behaviors.
Relax. Yeah.
Those aren't healthy things.
As I play a little game or something, or
you can play a game. I'm just but not in an unhealthy way.
I agree.
Yeah,
I fully agree with that.
So it's like you can eat a pizza, just not
honestly.
In an unhealthy way.
Games bore me now to a degree that is crazy. Like I play a game if I'm stressed. But other than that, I really get very bored of them now. And it's actually kind of sucks because it used to be one of my favorite things to do in my downtimes.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
like Grand Theft Autos and shit, and even the new Cowboy game, I didn't even get to play Cowboy game for that long.
Maybe you should learn a new skill or a hobby.
I know, right?
Yeah. That's what I do, honestly. That's the healthy me. Like when I'm being healthy, I love learning new shit. Yeah. Like I love learning, whether it's like a biography of somebody or learning a subject or learning a new language. I want to learn a new language this year, but learning a new like skill or hobby.
You're gonna babblefish in a new language?
It's usually artistic, something artistic. Mm-hmm. Like this year was calligraphy and like that kind of stuff. But it's something new every year.
That's cool.
Yeah, and those are healthy behaviors because that's like you're using a creative thing to get your mind unstressed instead of using a draining thing that literally drains your creative energy to play a video game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. I find that I go. There's a Reddit that I go to called Fixing Movies. That's really cool.
Fixing movies.
Movies.
Oh, like movies that didn't work.
Yeah. And they so one of my favorite things. That's one of my favorite things to read, and it's like troubleshooting movies and shit, and it helps me with the shit that I'm working on with on all the different stuff I'm working on.
Yeah.
It helps me so much with being mindful, like talking about mindfulness.
That's great. I love that.
Yeah. Being mindful of like structure and then what's working for what structure and where.
Yeah.
And then I go to another Reddit called No Sleep, which is really good. And it's basically just a creative writing session thing where people put stuff together that's really cool.
Yeah.
And you can get a lot of inspiration from stuff like that.
See, I would consider those healthy because that's honing your craft.
Yeah. I view it that way.
Yeah, it should be viewed that way. Those are healthy things.
And then one of my favorite things to do also is I have a website that I go to watch movies, and it's awesome. And I can watch any movie on there.
Are you not saying it because it's illegal?
And it's like Netflix, dude. It's Netflix.
Oh, it's like Netflix. Yeah. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, it's great. And and I go there and I just pick a new movie and I watch it. And then I try to, and if I don't like it, I try to fix it.
That's awesome. So you're using the skills that you learned and then you're applying it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I think that's super, super healthy. Like those are behaviors that you should put in instead of the self-sabotaging ones.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah. So a couple other causes before we go to the break, which after the break we talk about like cures for these things. But a couple other causes that I found, and this is just for me personally. I'm not saying these are everybody's causes, but for me, I found the reasons I was self-sabotaging were like the low self-esteem or self-worth, feeling like you don't deserve to succeed because it hasn't happened yet, or feeling like I should be farther along by now. Like I should be here because everyone else that started with me is there. And since I'm not there, I might as well quit.
Yes.
Like I just am like, well, if I can't be there, then what the fuck's the point?
Right.
It's like when in like Mario Kart where like if I'm not going to win or if I'm in 8th place, I just like want to stop playing. I never used to do that, but in my adult life.
You quit all the time.
No, I haven't quit in years though.
Okay, fine, but Jesus.
But I stopped doing that because
we've been together.
But I realized that was an unhealthy thing.
I spent more time with the quitter than with somebody who doesn't quit.
No, I realized that was not a good thing to do.
Well, recently.
Because
in the last 2 years.
Yeah, well, we only played it for a couple months before I realized it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but yeah, if you think about it in life, like no one wants to. If you keep quitting, no one's gonna let you play the game anymore.
That's true.
You know, and it is a good analogy. So in N64 or not N64, but in the Mario Kart that we were playing,
Nintendo Switch Mario Kart.
Nintendo Switch. Who would want to keep playing with someone that was gonna quit if they lose? Nobody would. And I realized that I was doing that. I wouldn't want to play with somebody who keeps quitting if they're about to lose.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, so I stopped that behavior.
That's tight.
Almost immediately.
I like it.
Yeah, and that's how I feel about life too. The other thing is comparing myself to others. I know this is a problem for a lot of people.
That's a big
online, both online and in person. And really, it's like you have to realize that everybody's on their own separate shit. Everyone has things that they feel behind in, and like you really just it has nothing to do with you.
I've been saying this shit forever.
Yeah. Well,
I strongly believe that.
There are things that I need to work on and things that you need to work on.
So the
like
Instagram,
maybe anger.
The Instagram scroll, I think is just basically somebody sitting there and comparing their lives to other people.
Pretty much, yeah. So I'll talk about what I did with all of these, but yeah, these are just some of the things that I found was causing me to feel this way and wanting to self-sabotage and quit and do all the destructive behavior.
See, my Instagram scroll is legendary, dude, because I follow some people that are fucking hilarious.
That's what you should do.
But they don't know how funny they are.
Yeah.
Like there's this Asian businessman guy who's like constantly posting quotes about how motivating and inspirational he is, and he just takes pictures in front of Learjets and shit and wears nice suits and like talks about fucking accomplishing your dreams every day. We're to the point where I'm like, this guy is in a cult. He is the cult.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Dude, I was in an MLM. I have some stories.
Yes, you do.
There are so many characters I've met.
Multi-level marketing is what that means.
Yes. And then, here's one that I just discovered recently that I'm like, I knew it was an unhealthy feeling to have. And this is I think this is a terrible, like I'm ashamed of this character trait. But I'm going to share it because I feel like I fixed it. But I realized that every time I saw somebody becoming better, like wanting to become a better person, like bettering themselves, but I felt like they were already better than me, I just want to quit because I'm
Jesus.
like, you you're already ahead in the game. It's like someone in first place like trying to be more than first place. I'm like, just let some of us catch up.
I like it.
Yeah, that was like my theory, or my thinking was just like, it's just so stupid and unhealthy and toxic to think that way.
Oh, for sure.
But I didn't realize that I was doing that. I just realized I was getting angry when I would scroll through certain things or watch certain videos or look at certain captions. Like people that were, making good changes in their life, I should be happy for them. But if I felt like they were already super successful and they were making changes in their life, I'm like, you just stay where you are and have flaws.
I like it.
All right. So we're going to take a break. But when I come back, we'll talk about like some of the things that you can maybe do that would help you, that they helped me. So maybe they would help you.
And then I'm going to sit here and say, yeah, a lot.
Well, you could we could actually talk about your freaking anger problems.
Well, yeah.
We'll be back.
We'll be right.
Hey, are you listening to Shit They Don't Tell You? Because if not, how are you listening to this ad about Shit They Don't Tell You?
It's because they can't turn it off. They don't know how to turn it off.
Well, that's pretty convenient for
They're
us.
throwing their phone on the ground right now.
Once you can figure it out, could you please rate us and subscribe and tell us that we're beautiful?
Listen,
we want it.
We need the validation. But mostly we need the ratings because that's basically how the world is run. That's how
we continue to make more and more and more of this content, this glorious content that you love so much.
If you like the show, support the show. And if you don't like the show, support the show.
And it's for free. The stars are for free.
Yeah, you give them away for free. It's not like if you give 5 stars, you pay more money. They should have charged for every single star. I would have made so much money. It just made a killing. Hey everybody, you got a problem at your house. You're trying to build a house. You got to go to the Home Depot. That's where you pretty much just walk in there and try to go to the lamp section. You can build a house at the Home Depot, but you're gonna build a pretty boring one. But if you go, what you can do with the boring house is you can light it pretty interestingly, and that's the power of the Home Depot. If you go to the lamp section, they have a wide variety of lamps.
Fucking lamp section.
Big lamps, small lamps, short lamps, tall lamps. They have lamps that look like people.
Steve, do you have anything to say about the gardening section?
It smells really nice. That's what they have in the copy here. It smells really nice out there. And if you get bored, you always have iPhone games on your phone. That's what they say.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So if you're in the gardening section and you're bored, you can tool around on your phone a little bit. Try to find something fun to do on there, or you can head over to the lighting section. That's right. This is sponsored by the Home Depot lighting section. Turn it on. Thanks, guys.
I like the catchphrase they have.
That's nice.
Turn
That's
it
a nice
on.
flair. They copyrighted that.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I kind of want some lights now.
Me too. I want some fixtures. They call them fixtures.
Fixtures.
Thank you.
Well, you didn't say that in your copy.
I'm sure I did.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. It says it multiple times.
All right. Welcome back. Black.
Welcome, black.
Welcome, black, and white, and all the colors.
Hey,
you don't
that
discriminate.
was a nice one.
Yes. So I was talking about like causes and destructive behaviors.
Yeah.
All the blah, blah, blah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
All the blah.
A lot of catchphrasy and feelings-based things.
Right. I mean, like, you know why I'm just like blah about it is because I hate that I had them or have them or maybe still have them. I don't know, like, until I catch myself doing it again. But like, I hate that those are things that I do. I hate it.
What are you going to do about it?
Okay, so here are some things that have helped me just change my mindset a little bit. And I use these whenever I start feeling those destructive behaviors come up. I instead replace it with different ways of thinking. So for me, when things are in the beginning stages, like I told you, I love to learn new skills.
Yes.
Like I love like that beginning, that like excitement.
Yeah.
That like, when we started this podcast, it's like, oh my God, it's so exciting.
Yes.
And then like, when you
and then you're like, I'm gonna start making stickers.
Yeah. It's like exciting and I can't stop thinking about it. I like go to bed thinking about what I'm gonna talk about or what stickers I'm gonna make or whatever the thing is. I'm like excited about it and I'm learning and I'm not even good yet. Like you're not even like. You're not a pro, but no one expects you to be a pro. I think that's what's so exciting about it is that you just get to learn and fail and try things and not think badly about yourself. But then once it starts getting farther along is when I'm like, oh, I should know more things by now, or I should be better at this by now, or I should, like I start getting down on myself.
This is what makes you so good at fucking Mario Party, dude. This mentality right here pisses me the absolute fuck off. I cannot beat
what
this
do you
bitch in
mean?
Mario Party.
Mario Party's
it's just
luck.
so frustrating. No, shut up. Okay.
It is luck.
So ask Nate too. I have a lot of supporting research about this particular topic of Nikki being fucking amazing at Mario Party, okay? This absolutely pisses me off because she is so hard on herself that if she loses a game of Mario Party, I swear her brain reconfigures itself like scar tissue and fucking protects itself for next time so that she knows exactly how to win at that game next time.
There is no
and then
strategy.
She just goes on a streak and then we never beat her again at it.
That was Mario Kart.
No, Mario Party. I'm talking about Mario Party, the one where you're a god at it. You cannot be beaten.
That's luck.
Shut the fuck up. No,
luck.
when you say this shit, you're mocking me because you're saying it's luck and I never win at this shit. So you're saying that I have zero luck and you constantly win.
I hope the niche audience that likes both of these games is listening.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Oh, hey, I'm sorry, the niche audience that was listening for emotional umbrellas in this episode.
Oh, you think that people come to this podcast and don't want to hear about life shit?
No, I think that they want to hang with the vibe. I think that they're vibers, dude.
Well, we're vibers, but not everyone's played Mario Party is all I'm saying.
No, I'm just talking about your mentality and how your brain works.
Who has raised your hand if you've played Mario Party?
Of course, everyone's hands is
well. I hope so because it's a fabulous game.
It's an incredible game.
It will piss off everybody that plays it.
Yes.
When you win, you don't even like yourself anyway.
What are you talking about? You freaking have a Mardi Gras for yourself when you win.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I feel bad for you when I win.
This chick has a ticker tape parade for herself when she wins. She rubs it in your fucking face and makes you suffer so you never want to play again.
What I feel like is we all went through a war together. I just happened to win. Like, that sucks. We're all went through a war.
No, we didn't go through a war together.
We all have battle scars.
You shot everyone on your team and you fucking come out of the hole and you're like, hey, we got crazy there, but I won.
Everyone is miserable when they play Mario Party.
Please.
Only the winner is happy at the end because they're like, hey, it was worth it.
The worst shit that Nikki does when she beats you at fucking Mario Party, okay? So the character makes a fucking noise and Nikki's Princess Peach. And so Nikki makes the Princess Peach noise. Like, yeah, Peach got it or some shit.
Sorry that Yoshi just goes.
By that point, it's like I'm in that fucking movie with Ben Affleck and he's a Gone Girl and he's looking at his wife and he's like, I imagine cracking her skull open, the oozing brain material falling on the ground. I can identify with that movie when this chick
at the
wins.
End of Gone Girl?
No, the very beginning of Gone Girl.
Oh,
when this chick wins at Mario Party, I'm in that movie, dude. I'm staring at that chick. I'm staring at Rosamund Pike and I'm going, oh, I fucking relate to this man.
Well, I am very good at disguises, so you better watch your game.
Don't play Nikki and Mario Party if you want to have a happy life.
That's so true, but anyway.
Nate knows. Nate feels the pain. I can see him behind the glass, fucking staring into the abyss.
I can promise you Mario Party is luck.
This isn't even a bit. She's fucking insane.
Mario Kart, that game I came in 12th place every single motherfucking time.
Okay, excuse me.
And then I won every time.
See, this is what I'm talking about. You just supported everything I just said.
No, but for Mario,
Mario
Kart, not for Mario Party. You cannot say that Mario Party is not luck.
Nikki, your brain remembers the pain and fucking scars over it, and then remembers the flaws that you made in the game, and then you fucking can't stop winning after that.
For Mario Kart, Mario Party, you can't change.
Shut the fuck up.
You can't change.
You win every time.
You can't change. It's a dice roll. You can't change.
I can't win this fucking game.
Nate.
I can't win this game, Nate. You know I can't.
Nate, is Mario Party luck or not luck?
No, Nate
He says it's not. He says it's luck, you know?
No, he doesn't. He's shaking his head. He's got tears rolling down his fucking cheeks.
Anyway, can I continue?
No, please don't.
Okay. So when things are in the beginning stages, I'm really excited, I'm really confident, and then as things go wrong, and I'm like, oh fuck, I've sucked, and now I can possibly continue sucking, and maybe I'll never get better, and then I want to quit. But what's important is to go back to having that beginner's mindset, to the place where it was fun. And then you won't be destructive. So for me, recently, YouTube videos have started not being fun. And like I found myself like just getting anxiety every time I had to film. And a lot of YouTubers have gone through this.
Burnout.
Yeah, I guess it's a little bit of burnout when you are not doing new things. And what sucks, and I know everyone complains about the algorithm. You hear people talking about the YouTube algorithm. Yeah. But what sucks about the algorithm is that it's not friendly if you want to experiment and like try new things and have fun and find that joy again, because it punishes you if people don't watch it, or it's not trending, or people aren't searching those words or whatever,
or then, for whatever reason it punishes you,
then it buries your video, and even your subscribers don't see it.
If you're not making the video that everyone else is making that week, you're suffering.
You're suffering, yeah. And so it got very not fun, and it really started to mess with my self-esteem, because it was like, instead of looking at it as a YouTube problem, which is what a lot of creators do, I looked at it as a me problem, which is like, I'm failing and I'm doing a bad job and I'm not doing, and so I wanted to do better, and I need to be more consistent, and I need to edit, and I was just like just fucking hitting myself over the head with a hammer a million times, and it really wasn't about that. I should have gone back to the thing that made me have joy in the first place, the fun thing, the beginner's mindset, where I couldn't wait to make a video.
You know whose videos give me joy just looking at the fucking thumbnail?
Jenna Marbles?
Jenna Marbles.
Yeah,
dude.
I think everyone feels that way.
She's like dressing like a fucking can of sardines or whatever. I'm just like, this is amazing.
I think, Jenna's...
You can tell she's just having fun over there.
Yeah, Jenna's one of the few people that gets to have fun.
Yeah.
But she also has a huge audience will definitely see her video if she experiments. Another person is Jack's Films. Like, of course. He could have a 30-second video titled Cough, and that's coincidental that you're coughing.
I'm in that video right now.
Yeah. But like, it'll get like 1 million views because he has like a trust in a wide audience.
Everyone trusts it.
I feel like we wouldn't be so lucky if we tried things like that.
I think we should try.
I think that I want to do things like that. Yeah. And so getting back to like having fun with videos, I've just this year been in a phase where I just want to experiment more, and I've been experimenting more. I'm not as like,
hey, dude, our ASMR video was fun as fuck.
It was fun as fuck. It got the least amount of views.
So what? I had so much fun in that.
But it was so fun.
And then I loved our popsicle mukbang was fun as fuck.
Yeah. No, things like that. That's what I'm saying.
I like Sticky Show stuff. It's very fun.
And that was why we made Sticky Show, was because like, it's a format, but it's also like a wild card every time. Yeah. And that's what's fun about it.
If you're listening and you don't know Sticky Show, you got to get up on Sticky Show.
Yeah, but that's another thing I've been beating myself up on, because we haven't had an editor for a while, and like, I haven't been able to get the edits on time.
That makes sense.
But instead of beating myself up over it, I've been like, hey, am I having fun? No, let's go back to having fun. And I put myself back in the mindset, because I really do believe it's just a mindset. It's an attitude of like, you can choose to like be miserable and be like, oh man, I got to get this edit done and it's not done in time and I suck. Or you could be like, oh, I get to edit this. Oh, I get to add these editing effects. Oh, I get to learn new editing techniques, and I get to like play around with it. I get to play. I think the play aspect.
I do envy that. I envy the play people get to play.
Yeah.
I also envy people who they have setups already, prearranged setups in their houses.
Yeah.
They just fucking wake up. They go into their setup, sit down in the chair, hit record.
Yeah.
I fucking envy those people.
No, we could have that if we had like 50 cameras.
I know.
We had like 5 cameras.
I want that though. Yeah. I feel like that would be more conducive to my sort of way of doing things.
Me too.
Yeah.
But it would also be blocking everything, because where I film is like the kitchen.
True.
It like, yeah.
It's cool though. I envy all those people.
Yeah, those are great. Having a little like, well, that was the whole purpose of us getting separate offices in the beginning. Yeah. Was because we were going to film in them.
True.
Yeah.
I still want to.
Well, you should.
I'm going to.
You should do that.
I will turn this energy.
I think that can I say as an outsider, I think that your self-sabotaging behavior, because it's different than mine, is that you have always had like a production team at Maker and stuff, and so sometimes you think you can't do things without other people.
True.
You think,
even talking without other people there.
Yeah, without other people in the room
is
really hard.
I mean,
for you.
I used to do Tough Talk all the time, and I'd talk to camera, but there was somebody there.
Yeah, there were people in the room.
There was George there. There was somebody there.
You feed off other people's energy.
Yeah, I fucking love it.
And so what you do is like, I want to do that thing, but I can't because I don't have other people helping me, and so you just
to me it's not up to par because it's not going to be the same.
But you haven't even tried.
Fair.
Yeah. So that's the destructive part.
Yeah.
That's the self-sabotage part. So yeah, there's that. There's also this thing that I constantly come back to, is the celebrating where you're at. I had this as like my whole theme of last year, of 2018. At the beginning of the year, my life was completely different in 2018. Like we were in an apartment. We didn't have this podcast. We like weren't working as much with the JK people as we are now. Like everything that our life is right now is completely different from what it was in the beginning of 2018. And I felt like a lot of that was a mindset shift, where I was so unhappy where I was at. I felt like we should be in a house. We should have a show or a series or a podcast or something going on. We should have all this stuff, and we weren't. And I would just get angry every day. Instead of doing something, I would just be angry every day. And so I really, at the beginning of the year in January, I was like, I'm just going to be really happy for where I'm at, because there was a time. Yeah, because if you think about how, like, if you're scrolling through Instagram photos and you're getting jealous of people, well, think about how past you would view current you's life.
Yeah.
Your past you would be so envious of your life right now. And so I started thinking more about that. And when I started getting more into the celebrating where I'm at, and I think this comes from like a perfectionist point of view too, is like a lot of perfectionists, if you don't do it the best, then don't do it at all. And so instead of doing it, you're just thinking of ways to do it instead of just doing it. And
that's me for sure.
And for me, it all stemmed from not celebrating where I was at. So once I started doing that and really embracing it and being like, I'm freaking proud of this, and thinking of life as a staircase, and it's like you'll be on a different stair at whatever time in your life. You can go up, you can go down, but you'll never like go all the way back to the bottom, So
yeah, hopefully not. Yeah.
And if you are back at the bottom, then you have nothing to lose. So you should be celebrating that stair too.
Sick. Yeah, that's a good feeling.
Wherever you are, you can celebrate that stair that you're on. And I think that's where growth comes from, is being able to be like, I am happy here, and now I'm just going to work on getting better. And if it gets better, cool. And so
that's like that dumped energy where you get dumped and then it's like, oh, I'm in fuck it mode. I can do whatever I want now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, don't go into the self-sabotaging behavior. Hopefully you go somewhere more
yeah,
healthy.
But usually it's about bettering yourself in some way, because you're going to fucking get revenge or whatever. And then you start to just do things differently.
Yeah, like if you have more of the mindset of like, oh, you don't know what you've left behind. Oh, I'll show you. Or like that's a better mindset than like, oh my God, I'm nothing without them.
Yeah, that's not the dumped energy
that
I'm talking about.
Yeah, so I think same feeling. So celebrating, I was self-sabotaging because I didn't see incremental progress as being success. And so going back and fine-tuning and like looking at all of the incremental progress and like the things that the little tiny baby steps that
really
led up along the way, I think that's something I often overlook.
Yeah, so many times you'll be upset about something and I'm like, look at all you got. It's so sick.
Yeah.
You got a jewelry line.
You know what? A lot of people, I think I do a lot of eye rolling like on Facebook. I used to when they would celebrate like little things that I'm
some
like.
Some people take everything
like they take everything.
That's
and
crazy.
So like I didn't want to ever be that person.
Yes.
That's like, I went outside today. Oh my God. But like good for them. They went outside today. Like I shouldn't.
Well, you're not talking about that.
But yeah.
You're talking about like people being like, yo, I just got a fucking, sponsorship from whatever the hell. And like, it's crazy to think when I was a kid, I used to watch this shit. Now I'm a sponsored one.
No, it wasn't even sponsorships. It was like, I'm an extra on this show that I used to watch. And look at, my mom said I would never be on TV.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I never wanted to like celebrate something, then have people be like, oh, that's it.
It's like, hey, I told you all I'd be in the movies one day, and they're a fucking gaffer.
Yeah. Well,
by the way, fuck gaffers.
No, gaffers are.
No. Fuck gaffers.
Fuck.
All of them.
Dude.
Every single one of them. Yep.
Sorry, gaffers.
No, I'm not sorry. I
feel you're vital to
gaffers,
a production.
Send all your hate mail to Nikki, podcast at Nikki.Limo, and she'll forward them on to me. Thank you.
Yeah. So anyway, this staircase. Celebrating the stair that I was on led to just getting excited, the whole beginner's mindset of getting excited for the next thing and like being open to learning instead of like, oh, now I have to catch up. Like instead of it feeling like someone had a gun to my head to run a marathon, I'm like choosing to train for a marathon.
I see.
It's a different type of running. Like you're still running the same 26 miles or however long it is.
I give up.
But you like one was like a choice and you're excited about it, and one was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die if I don't do this.
Just the sound of it.
Yeah.
I quit.
Substitute something that's better for you.
A drinking marathon.
Okay.
I'm in.
A drinking marathon. If someone was like, you better drink this whole bottle of whiskey
I'm
or you're gonna die.
I'm like, you don't need the gun, friend, unless that gun is a shot.
Yeah.
You got a shot in there.
No one likes being forced to do things. And I think that the negative mindset, I was forcing myself to do things instead of being like, yay, I get to do things.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, when Nikki forgets a Tasty Tuesday ingredient, and then I got to go to the store and get the Tasty Tuesday ingredient, I'm always like, yeah, I get to get a Tasty Tuesday ingredient.
Yeah, see? There you go.
See? And
there
then
you
before
go.
I used to be like, well, fucking Nikki should have double-checked the list. Why doesn't she ever double-check the list? Because she doesn't respect my time. She doesn't give a shit. And then now I'm like, no, I'm so glad and thankful that I get to go get this Tasty Tuesday ingredient.
There was a time where I had to decide between whether my cats got to eat and I got to eat.
Yeah.
And the cat's food was only 89 cents. And I would always pick the cats. But the fact that I didn't have 89 cents to feed myself, should make you feel really good that you get to purchase ingredients at the store. That's all I'm saying.
See? Then that's how I see it.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
That's so nice.
I think so.
Yeah, thank you for getting those.
You're very welcome.
You're welcome for letting you have that experience.
Tasty Tuesday powered by Steve Greene. Very often, I will say.
Yeah.
Very seldom said, powered by Steve Greene. It should say that on the show somewhere. It should, because I definitely have earned it.
Yes.
Thank you.
So I guess this kind of bleeds into the next one, which is just take action. Stop overthinking. Stop thinking too much. Sometimes if I think too much.
Or maybe just double check lists.
That's
too.
when I... Well, actually, I do.
I got green onion? Maybe I should...
I'm not talking about the recipes anymore.
Oh, sorry.
I'm talking about listing out, like, when you're overwhelmed. Remember I said that was one of the destructive behaviors I do? Is that, like, when I'm overwhelmed with stuff, then I just don't do anything.
That's for
And
sure.
I will justify that procrastination.
I'll go in the kitchen. Nikki's laying on the floor flat.
Oh, yeah, I do that.
And I'm like, what? Okay, what's going on?
I'm clearly trying to melt
And
to the ground.
sometimes I'm like, should I say anything? And then sometimes if I say something, then I get punished for it. But then sometimes if I say something, then you need help. So it's like, well, I just take a deep breath and I go, here goes.
I usually just want to stop existing, so
Yeah.
you don't have to do anything.
I know, but I can't just. I just fucking like walk over you and get a soda.
Yeah, well, when I lived alone, you wouldn't have to see that.
Okay, fine, but
now
do.
you have to see that.
Right.
So, when we were dating, it was like by the time you saw me at the date, you didn't see all the floor laying and all that stuff. But that happened.
I know.
It still happened.
I believe that. Of course, I believe that.
You just didn't have to see it.
I don't think it's a new development.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, taking action. And not overthinking things. Just here's what I would do. I list out every single thing I have to do, all the things that are overwhelming me, all in my head, like every single little thing.
Oh Jesus! No wonder you get so overwhelmed.
No. This is my helpful thing.
Oh, okay.
So I list out everything, and then I cover everything up except for the top one.
That's great.
Yeah, and then I just focus on that top one, and then I get that done.
Have to do that.
Yeah. Then I go to the next one, and I don't. If I see everything, then I am too overwhelmed.
Yeah.
But like if I just look at the one thing, so you prioritize it with the most important things first, and you do the bigger tasks up front. Don't be a pussy.
See, I feel like I'm my brain's employee, and if my brain gives me a lot of tasks, I'm like, hey man, you know what?
That's
we
me
gotta
too.
work, man. I'm here 9 to 5 every day, bro. Come on, dude. And then my brain's like, nah, man, fuck you, dude. Like, how long does it take to go to the bathroom, Steve? Like, how long does it take to go to the bathroom? That's what my brain's done.
That's what I do too.
Yeah.
And because we have that rebellious thing. We both work for ourselves now, but like we were not good with working for other people because it's like, fuck you, I know what I'm doing.
Right. So now that I work for my own brain, my brain comes down on me, I'm always just
rebel.
like, I'm the blue collar worker.
I'm being oppressed by myself.
Exactly, dude. And so I just fucking go off on my brain. I'm like, you don't get to fucking just sit there and you get to just chill and I got to do everything. You get to fucking tell me what to do. This is bullshit. You're making all the money off of my fucking work, brain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's exactly how
it is true. It helps me.
What does it help you?
To be at war with my brain, yeah.
How does that help you?
So
because if you just did what your brain said, then you would get everything done.
It helps me prioritize.
Oh.
Because if my brain tries to overwhelm me, I'm like, hey, man, this is ridiculous, dude. Like, it's like I work at a car dealership, and I'm like, dude, you gave me 50 cars to sell a day. That's not fair. Mm-hmm. You can't just do that onto a guy in one day. Like, it's like that. It's like that.
Yeah.
And it helps me prioritize things.
Oh, well, that's good. I didn't see that was where that was going.
Oh, yeah.
I see. So it helps you prioritize. Yeah, prioritizing is important. And sometimes I feel like I put everything on the same level. Of importance, and it doesn't matter because if I don't do anything, then I'm just as fucked as if I didn't get some things done. Yeah. So
or sometimes with you could get something done, but it's still not enough.
Well, it never is enough. Yes. But so what I've done that I feel like is helpful is list them all out and then go one by one. And I am a powerhouse, it turns out, at getting shit done, but only if I do it this way.
I like it
because if I don't do it this way, I just cry.
And so you have to remember to do it this way.
I have to remember.
I see. Because I'm like, this chick is still doing this shit.
You find me on the floor and I'm crying.
I find you on the stairs sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes on the stairs.
I meant to go up the stairs and I couldn't make it all the way.
Nope.
So I just quit. I just
face down,
quit right
arms
there.
down, fully planked, kitties all around her. Kitties are fucking surrounding her at all times. They like orbit her.
Yeah.
Like she's a celestial body. They're constantly wrapped around her in some sense. She can full on walk into my office, say something, like give me a kiss on the cheek to say bye because she's headed somewhere, and the cats follow her in, and then she walks out, and the cats follow her out. Yeah. It's just incredible.
The cats follow me everywhere.
It's incredible. It's like a magic trick.
I don't know what they think. I don't feed them. Like, it's not like I'm walking around with food.
I know.
Or something. And they don't even care if I put food down.
I know.
I put food down, they don't care. They follow me out of the kitchen.
The other morning, Nikki did not wake up until like 11 or something. Because we
got back from Vegas. Yeah.
And I was up at like 8:30 and I fed the cats and they wouldn't even eat it till Nikki came downstairs. That's how fucking weird they are.
They are my employees.
And they were so hungry, you could tell, because as soon as Nikki came downstairs, they're eating the whole thing. But it was there the whole time. These things are. I'm sorry, that's a cat update. There you go.
Yeah, learn about our cats.
This is the cat update, everybody.
We started our podcast talking about our cats.
Can we play the music for the cat update? Thank you.
Another thing that helps me is reminding myself that I can start over anytime. That sometimes I put all this pressure on myself, like I gotta get this done now or else I'm gonna lose everything that I've ever built. You know, I kind of like spiral to the extreme, and letting myself remember that I can start over, like because sometimes I feel like it's like a Jenga tower, you know, like where I need to, like, this thing's wobbling and we're taking from the foundation and putting more things on top. And eventually it just topples over. So, like, I need to just rebuild this foundation first. Like, get back to basics, get everything going, get comfortable with my schedule so I don't feel overwhelmed, and then start adding things back on.
Get back to fundamentals, as the coach would say.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, truly. Yep. Like, sometimes I don't take care of myself. Like, I will sacrifice my own hygiene because I feel like I need to fulfill all these deadlines.
That's the number one thing I think that you sacrifice.
Yeah, I do. I don't want to. So, like, when it comes down to that, I'm like, okay, Nikki, you're sacrificing your hygiene. You're, like, not taking showers. It's bad. Like, let's take all this shit off your plate. Like, let's not take a few things off. Let's just start over from scratch. And I have like a reset time where like I don't do anything work related for like 3 days. Yeah. Where like I just need to reset. And this just happened this week. Yeah. Where like I just have to reset, or otherwise I'll just go insane. You can't just keep stacking Jenga blocks on top of a pile of garbage.
Got it.
Yeah. So I showered.
That's no way to play Jenga.
I showered, didn't I?
I know. Thank you.
Okay.
It was
what are you bitching about then?
Nothing. Okay, nothing now.
Okay, so the friends thing, every time I think people don't like me and then I isolate myself, what I've found has worked with that is reminding myself that that's an ego thing. Like, you're being a fucking dick. Like, you're being an egotistical.
Who's being a dick?
I'm being a dick.
Oh, okay.
I'm being a dick, like, thinking that people don't like me and isolating myself.
Oh, right.
Yeah, like you think that you're special enough that everyone's thinking about how they don't like you all day. You know what I mean?
That's exactly where I'm at. I never feel like that.
You never feel like what?
I never see myself as like, oh, everyone's against me here.
Well, yeah, because you don't have the same psychological issues that happened in your childhood.
Yeah, I see.
Like, you had a lot of siblings, too, that were your age to play with. So I doubt you ever felt, like, completely alone.
No.
Yeah, well, I did. I would come home alone. I have no one to talk to for hours until maybe my parents.
Why don't you just call your friend on the phone?
I wasn't allowed to.
Oh.
My mom wouldn't let me leave the house because she was scared of like me getting kidnapped or some shit. You know, I was like 8 or 9 years old. And then the friends that I did have, like, I wasn't invited to things because
that's pretty brutal.
Like, I had to say no a lot because my mom didn't want me to leave the house. And then like they would just stop inviting me.
Of course, which is reasonable.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. And so then I feel like every time I felt like I had a group of friends, then I would find out that I got rejected or something.
That makes sense.
So that's why I've built those. You don't have those, and I have to work through those issues myself.
Got it.
But there's a lot of people out there that feel that way because when we did the Friends episode, where we talked about making friends in our adult life, a lot of people related to that. And I think that there's a lot of introverts out there that might relate to this, where you feel like you isolate yourself sometimes because you just think like maybe people don't even really like you anyway. And so for me, like being like, oh, that's an ego thing. The thing I felt works best to combat that is just to immediately give as much as I can. Like, just like acts of service. Like, how can I help somebody else today? Like, how can I give to somebody? How can I, like, I'll find a way to compliment people. Like, I'll just go on a complimenting spree.
Do you go on a compliment your husband's spree?
They're genuine compliments. Well, they have to be genuine compliments.
Oh, I see. That's why
I struggle a little bit here.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Well, you did a good job getting ingredients for Tasty Tuesday.
Thank you. You needed green onion, and I got it.
Yeah. You didn't get a garlic cucumber, but
I couldn't find it any fucking where.
There is no such thing.
Well, that's what you wrote on the thing.
It's garlic.
She texted me. She's like, find garlic cucumber. No. I go to 99 Ranch. She's like, go to 99 Ranch. Find garlic cucumber.
Garlic.
I walk around this place. I'm there for 2.5 hours asking people. They all hate me.
Garlic, cucumbers.
Okay, well, I wish I knew that.
Read the text.
I wish I knew it.
Holy shit.
It didn't have a comma. It did not have a comma.
Then it was listed with
it was garlic
return.
cucumber, then the comma,
no,
bro. And that's what fucked me.
You're wrong. You're wrong, dude. Anyway,
it didn't have garlic.
When I change my attitude to service, I like 1000% feels better. Like, I feel like, like I don't need things to be about me. Like, it's about other people. It's about, like, how you can help. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country.
Now replace that with husband. That would be really nice.
I replaced it with friends.
I know.
Anyway, so I already talked about the shopping one, and the last thing was setting boundaries. I need to set boundaries. Like, I think a lot of people have problems setting boundaries.
What boundaries?
Like, I say yes to everything because
yes,
I want people to be happy, and I want people to like me, and I want to do a good job, and I feel like I genuinely do feel like I could do everything and like help everybody. But then it all comes crumbling down.
Okay, it's your mom's birthday tomorrow. Let's set some boundaries. Let's cancel that shit.
It was her birthday yesterday.
Well, we're going to dinner tomorrow, aren't we?
Yeah.
I think we should cancel. Set some boundaries up.
I had asked you if you wanted to go.
We're canceling.
Okay.
I'm setting some boundaries up for you.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm hooking you up.
That's not a boundary for me.
Well, it's a boundary.
It certainly is.
We just said yes.
You know what? You are the best husband I have ever husbanded.
Thank you.
Guess what? I think you are so sweet and so thoughtful. And are you having trouble taking these compliments?
No.
Okay.
This is sick.
You have not as bad as hair as you think you have.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. See, if I say you have good hair, you'll think I'm full of shit.
Yeah, that's true. I will.
But I will say that it's really not as bad as you think it is.
Well, when I cut it short, it's not as bad. But when it gets longer, it looks atrocious.
Yeah, it's because it grows out in the sides. Yeah. It's the wrong place.
And then in the front, when it grows out weird, it just looks, it's like Edward Scissorhands hair or some shit.
I'm like, who is this guy?
I don't know.
And then you cut your hair. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's my husband.
Same.
Yeah. All right, well, that's all that I have. Do you have anything that's helped you with your behaviors or that you care to indulge us on, or have you just continued to indulge in self-destructive behaviors?
I have not, actually. I feel since I have gone high protein, low carb, thank you, still at it.
Yeah.
I just feel better, man. It's cool. I like it. I like having some sort of a discipline about something and having rules about something.
All of your self-sabotaging was about food?
I don't know that's all of my self-sabotaging.
Yeah.
That's the most prescient.
You have the anger one about burning bridges with friends.
There's nothing I can do about my anger, man.
That's not true.
Fucking there's nothing.
You've never even tried.
I would make a counselor like very sad.
So that's their job.
Well, I don't know, man. I just don't want to burden them with my problems.
See, you're coming up with excuses.
No, I honestly just don't need help. I'm fine. Like when it comes to my anger shit, I don't need help. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Have you ever seen me be violent?
No, it doesn't. That doesn't matter.
I think that's a pretty.
We're talking about self-sabotage. Self-sabotage isn't necessarily violence.
Okay, but I'm not outwardly violent.
So
I think that's pretty sick.
That is sick, but also you are inwardly violent to yourself.
I mean, maybe. I don't know to myself. I don't know about that. Like, I don't know how.
Okay. Well,
you want to tell me how?
We'll work on it and we'll come back to it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated.
A lot of people are yelling at the radio, hey, here's how, Steve. And I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Leave us a comment. Hey, and while you're down there, why don't you rate us? Give us a 5 stars.
Oh, please rate us well.
And also a thumbs up if you're on a different app than iTunes. And the iTunes one really helps us with like ratings and all that stuff. And
if you rate us 5 stars, it helps Nikki not feel as left out.
Oh, true. And then I won't self-sabotage as much as I did. Also, if you have any questions or topics that you would like us to talk about, you can email me, podcast@nikki.limo. You can also follow us on Instagram. It's at Shit They Don't Tell You. Just take out the I and shit, because like I don't think we were allowed to do that. So
can't do it.
Shit They Don't Tell You, but without the I. And on Twitter, it's Shit They Don't.
How about that?
Without the I.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Do you want a final thought?
Yeah, I got a final thought real quick. No matter who you are out there, we all got our own issues. I just hope that you take care of yourself and that you love yourself, because I love myself.
Hey, my final thought is you don't need to eat the whole pizza. It's about balance.
But what if they bought the pizza and then it would just they'd be throwing away like 3/4 of the pizza?
They'll be like, hey, stop being addicted.
But then it's like, I just spent like $9 on this shit and I'm going to throw it away after only getting $3 worth.
Well, it was a callback and it was a perfect end. Because that was like how we started.
Agreed.
Why didn't anyone tell me?